Ahead of the Rivers State local government polls, Fubara's men is still in the dark. Wike moves to retake political structure for Tinubu. Hello viewers and welcome to InfoGist TV. It is about 2 years to the 2027 general elections, but the grand plot to ensure victory for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Rivers State has already been set. This was sequel to the announcement in July of a fresh date for the local government elections by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. Recall that the former RISEC chairman Justice Adolfo Zenebili retired, had scheduled August 9th for the polls following the annulment of the one earlier conducted on October 5th, 2024, with the then Governor Similayo Fubara overseeing the affairs of the state, before he was summarily suspended following the declaration of a state of emergency on March 18. Some loyalists of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, opted out of the October 5th exercise, citing constitutional irregularities such as non-compliance with the 90 days provision by the state electoral body to enable participating political parties sufficient time to mobilize members. Shockingly, at the end of the last month, Dr. Michael Ode, the new chairman of RISEC, whose nomination and appointment sparked a widespread condemnation, even in the National Assembly announced August 30th as a new date for the elections. While he condemned the Commission's earlier scheduled polls at a stakeholders meeting held on March 5, 2025, for August 9th as the date for the elections, or they defended that given recent developments and based on Sections 13 sub 5 of the RISEC laws, which permits a shift in the date in the event of likely breach of peace or other emergencies, the Commission has deemed it necessary to reschedule the election. He added, therefore, by the powers vested in the Commission, I hereby announce the postponement of the earlier date and the approval of Saturday, August 30, 2025, for the conduct of the chairmanship and councillorship elections across the 23 local government areas of Rivers State. Same parties, same candidates. There are a litany of cases waiting to be resolved in the two major political parties in the state. Chief Emeka Bekee is laying claim to the fact that he and his state executive council remain the face of authentic All Progressive Congress APC in Rivers State. Only recently, Bekee paid a surprise visit to the new national chairman of the party, Professor Nnetewe Yedewateda, in Abuja to present himself and the ESCO as the only source he could deal with on any issue that pertains to Rivers APC until October 25th, when his tenure elapses. On the other hand, Chief Tony Okocha, who is largely an ally of the Federal Capital Territory Minister Wike, holds his own with all the backings from Abuja in his favor. Both camps had presented different lists of candidates for the August 30th elections to RISEC. It is therefore left to be seen what comes out of the drama PDP aspirants with the APC forms. During the primaries held a fortnight ago, some members of the PDP who went to participate in the exercise were seen coming out with the APC forms. Of the 23 chairmanship seats being contested for, 8 slots were allegedly allotted to the PDP, while the APC got 15 slots. Majority of those who were given the forms were said to be Wike's foot soldiers, who were either sacked by Fubara or relegated to political silence. Also in PDP, 2 persons are laying claim to chairmanship position of the party. Chief Aaron Chukwuma, who is Wike's ally, and Honorable Robinson Ewo, Fubara's sympathizer. Ewo was reinstated by the judgment of the Rivers State High Court that nullified the congresses held on July 27th, August 10th, and August 31st, 2024, respectively. But Wike camp does not seem to have any dealing with the Ewo-led EXCO, a situation which has cascaded the party into more crisis. The Bekee camp, which has since indicated interest to participate in the council polls, raised concerns about the administrative and procedural lacuna which RISEC allegedly created. Darlington Nwauju, publicity secretary of the Emeka ESCO, was of the opinion that the commission failed to convince the public why it flouted that provision of 90 days notice to the stakeholders. We had issued a statement complaining of some grey areas that needed to be addressed by RISEC. We talked about updating the voters register, and then the issue of the 90-day provision was not adhered to. But as a law-abiding political party, we have accepted to participate in the elections, he said. Moju alleged that the composition of RISEC was suspect as it flooded with card-carrying members of known political parties. That alone, according to him, has created doubt in every sensible mind about the outcome of the election's result. He remarked that his conviction to take part in the exercise was born out of APC's overwhelming support in the entire 23 local government area of the state. Our lawyers had written to the RISEC. We informed them that anybody or institution that deals with any group or persons not recognized by law is null and void. He pointed out, saying that he trusted the judgment of the new national chairman of the APC. Now, Fubara's camp is in disarray. This man, Fubara, has thrown all of us under the bus. A vocal loyalist of the suspended governor volunteered anonymously. He said nobody has heard anything from him. He has not passed any instructions, and those who stuck their neck out in support of him have been abandoned. Unconfirmed sources hinted that Fubara was given 3 slots on the PDP platform to nominate candidates, but he rejected the offer. Another source said that the only person close to him that has taken the slot is a former chairman of Opobonkoro local government area, where the suspended governor comes from. The former council chairman, who was cited at the party's primaries of the APC, gave observers a clear indication that Fubara may be the next big political fish to dump the PDP and join the ruling APC. Remember, in the peace agreement he allegedly signed, one of the conditions spelled out to him was that he should defect to the APC. By optics, the indicators point to that direction. A few months ago, shortly after the peace accord in Abuja, Fubara addressed his teeming supporters in Rivers State. He warned them not to go public in defense of him until he gave clearance for such assignment. This explains why the Simplified Movement, a grassroots political structure of the suspended governor that was once very vocal in all sense of publicity, has suddenly gone dumb. Members are now forced to speak in hushed tones to escape sanctions. It was shocking to many observers in the state when RISEC announced a fresh date for the council polls. More shocking was the fact that Fubara was touted to be the one conducting the elections even after he was coerced not to field any candidate. Meanwhile, 5 indigenes of Rivers State have asked the court to stop the conduct of the forthcoming local government area elections in the state. The plaintiffs in the case are Frederick Edede, Benita Samuel, Jane Madubuike, Boma Agago, and Comfort Abom. The respondents are SO administrators Ibok Ete-Ibas, the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, and the federal government. The suit was filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja. In the suit filed through their counsel Sunday Izima, the indigenes sought a judicial interpretation on whether local government elections can be lawfully conducted during a state of emergency. The plaintiffs said since the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu declared a state of emergency in the state in March, a valid and lawful local government elections cannot be held in such circumstances. They argued that the President is yet to revoke the declaration and that the planned local government election is unlawful. They asked the court to issue an order halting the conduct of the elections on August 30th, 2025 or any other date during the period of the state of emergency. A declaration that declared and present danger or imminent breakdown of public order and public safety and looming crisis in Rivers State, which led to the proclamation of a state of emergency on March 18, has not abated, and that the proclamation remains in effect until at least 6 months after the date. A part of the suit reads, on July 28, RISEC announced August 30th as the date of the Fed for the local government elections in the state. Recently, Rivers civil society organization called for a boycott of the poll. The group said the SO administrator of Rivers State lacks the legitimacy to govern and conduct the elections. Also, the African Democratic Congress ADC has filed a lawsuit at the High Court of Rivers State challenging the legality of the actions of the Vice Admiral Ibok Ete-Ibas, retired, the SO administrator of Rivers State, over the appointment of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission RISEC board and the issuance of a revised election timetable. In the suit marked PHC 3126CS 2025 and brought before the Port Harcourt Judicial Division, the ADC listed Ibas, the Rivers State Governor, the Rivers State Government, the Attorney General of Rivers State, and RISEC as defendants. In the suit filed through GC, Chinda and Co., and the ADC is asking the court to determine whether the SO administrator, who is not the elected governor of Rivers State, has the constitutional power to nominate and appoint members of the RISEC board, a function reserved for the executive governor under the 1999 Constitution as amended and the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission Law 2018. The party also seeks to nullify the revised timetable for the state's local government election released by the newly appointed RISEC board, arguing that it violates Section 20 Sub 1A, III, and B of the RISEC law. The ADC argued that the Nigerian Constitution and the RISEC law exclusively empowers the elected governor of Rivers State, not an appointed administrator, to nominate and present electoral commission members for confirmation. The party also wants the court to nullify all actions already taken by the commission's newly appointed board, including preparation for the local government elections. However,